We hear you're looking to improve your knowledge on fitness, nutrition, and the science behind it all. Well, you came to the right place.
This is part 2 of a 2-part series which will break down the science behind fitness, muscle growth, and nutrition to help you achieve the physique you dream of.
In this part, we'll be talking about how to stimulate muscle growth, how exactly muscles grow, and the role calorie consumption plays on muscle growth. We will also touch upon the role that sleep plays on muscle growth. There are 3 primary stimulants of muscle growth, which include mechanical tension, muscle damage, and cellular fatigue.
Mechanical tension is the amount of force produced in muscle fibers. It's created by using a heavy load and performing exercises through a full range of motion for a period of time. Lifting weights produces 2 types of mechanical tension in your muscles, passive and active tension.
Passive tension is the stretching of the muscle. As such, you can see that the muscle is getting longer as it stretches. And then active tension is the contracting of the muscle. So when you go up, you can see the muscle gets shorter and it's contracting.
Muscle damage is microscopic damage caused to the muscle fibers by high levels of tension. The damage needs to be repaired, which makes muscle fibers larger and stronger to deal with future tension.
Cellular fatigue is a host of chemical changes that occur inside and outside of the muscle fibers after contracting repeatedly.
For example, repeating the same movement over and over again can cause cellular fatigue.
Many studies show that out of the 3 stimulants of muscle growth, mechanical tension is actually the most important.
These 3 factors are what scientists call the Strength-Endurance Continuum. It works like this.
Lifting heavier weights for fewer repetitions primarily increases your strength. It causes more mechanical tension and muscle damage, but less cellular fatigue. On the other hand, lifting lighter weights for more repetitions increases your muscular endurance. It causes more cellular fatigue, but less mechanical tension and muscle damage.
This means that if you want to build more strength and muscle, you have to do more weight with less repetitions. To build endurance, you have to do more repetitions with less weight.
Let's just start by clarifying that muscles, in fact, do not grow when you exercise and or work out. Let's say, for example, that you're lifting weights. Your muscles aren't just going to start magically growing. Instead, microscopic tears will form in the muscle fibers, which we'll get into soon.
Every day, your body is continuously breaking down and rebuilding muscle proteins. This is called protein turnover.
In protein turnover, you have protein synthesis, which is the creation of proteins, and protein breakdown. Protein breakdown and protein synthesis generally balance each other out, which is why the average non-exercising person doesn't gain or lose muscle at an accelerated rate. So, muscle growth is the result of protein synthesis exceeding rates of protein breakdown for an extended period of time. When you do resistance training or cardiovascular exercise, protein synthesis and breakdown rates decline. Following your workout, these rates will rise, with protein breakdown rates eventually exceeding protein synthesis rates. Because of this, muscle growth can only occur after a workout.
Sleep plays a vital role in this process because most of the rebuilding and recuperation your body does is while you're resting.
Many studies have shown that sleep deprivation inhibits muscle growth and fat loss, and can even induce muscle loss. These negative effects are even worse when you're in a caloric deficit, interestingly enough.
Even a single night of poor sleep can interfere with your performance at the gym, and 2 nights can completely ruin it. This is why countless studies show that athletes who have enough sleep perform the best. A common misconception is that calories only count
when you're talking about weight loss. What people don't often put into perspective is that if you don't eat enough, your body can't do many things as effectively, including everything it needs to do to recover from workouts.
This is why research shows that being in a caloric deficit impairs your body's ability to repair and grow muscle tissue. So if you want to maximize your muscle growth, you need to make sure that you're not in a caloric deficit.
One of the most important parts of feeding your muscles is eating enough protein. If you don't consume enough protein, you shouldn't expect your muscles to start magically growing like you want.
Carbohydrates also contribute to your muscle building effort. Carbs are converted into a substance called glycogen in the body, which is stored in your muscles and liver. This is your body's primary source of fuel during these intense exercises. When you restrict your carb intake, your body's glycogen stores drop. Studies have shown this can slightly inhibit and slow down post-workout muscle growth and repair. Also, restricting your carbs when you exercise regularly raises your cortisol and lowers your testosterone levels, which makes it even harder for your body to recover from workouts. Not only that, but eating a low-carb diet will reduce your strength and muscle endurance, which makes it harder to progressively overload your muscles in the gym. Because of this, it's safe to say that carbohydrate consumption becomes very important when you exercise on a daily basis. Fats, on the other hand, can increase anabolic hormone production, such as production of testosterone, which helps in muscle growth. The only issue with this is these effects are far too small to make a noticeable difference in the gym.